346 people died in two Boeing 737 MAX air crashes, one in October 2018, the other in 2019. After 18 months of investigation, the Democratic majority on the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee concluded they were the horrific culmination of a series of faulty technical assumptions by Boeing's engineers, a lack of transparency on the part of Boeing's management, and grossly insufficient oversight by the FAA. The investigation confirms much of what was already known. Under pressure from rival Airbus, Boeing rushed the 737 MAX to market, promising greater fuel efficiency. In order to achieve that efficiency, Boeing made major design and software changes with little oversight. There were multiple warnings of problems from those actually working on the planes, of potentially catastrophic consequences, but they were ignored in the rush to sell and deliver planes to customers. A main selling point was that there was no need for airlines to undertake costly pilot retraining if they bought this new model off the 737. And as sales went up, so did executive compensation. Even after the first crash that killed 189 in the Java Sea, and despite failing to share key information about the changes to the aircraft, Boeing executives profited from a $20 billion stock buyback. Testifying to the committee in July of 2019, Paul Njoroge, who lost his entire family in the subsequent crash of Ethiopia Airlines Flight 302, said this is where the problem lies.
Boeing should not be allowed to act like a mere investment company, extracting wealth to supercharge shareholder returns at the expense of safety and quality.
As for the Federal Aviation Authority, it largely delegated oversight of the 737 MAX to Boeing itself. Even after the first crash, the FAA took Boeing at its word that it was compliant with federal safety regulations. Both Boeing and the FAA insist they've changed. But as regulators move to recertify the 737 MAX, grounded worldwide since March of 2019, victims' families say once again things are moving too quickly. However, what has changed is the credibility of the FAA.
One of the unprecedented things that happened was that other aviation authorities around the world said, regardless of what the US says about whether the airplane is fit to fly, it will have to go through them as well. That's something that typically doesn't happen.
Nonetheless, the 737 MAX is expected to be back in the air within months. Shihab, Rattansi, Aljazeera.